Hi everybody, today we're across the street from the temple lot and we're going to check out the stone church of Community of Christ. I feel like this is one of the things that you should see if you come here. Even though it's not part of our church, it is a historic building and I feel like it represents the return of the RLDS to this area. It was obviously built before the temple. They have a historical marker right here. So this is by the City of Independence, Missouri, in American Revolution Bicentennial 1776 to 1976. The Stone Church, the first branch of the reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Independence, was organized in 1873. Joseph Smith III, on April 6, 1888, laid the cornerstone of this cut sandstone building, for years the pulpit of presidents of the church. I'm sure it says the same thing on the back side, but let's just check. Yep, same thing. I went on the Community of Christ website for the Stone Church and looked at the history, and it said, well, my wife read it to me, and she pointed out at least 1 year that their world conference was held in the Stone Church. So I think that's interesting. There's another one of these markers by the City of Independence and American Revolution Bicentennial across the street over there at the temple lot, and there's other ones throughout the city. Now, I don't think we're going to hear it this time, but it actually has a chime that goes off at certain points during the day, probably like at noon, and I don't know if it's like every hour, but I've heard it a couple times and it is really loud. Like not annoyingly loud, but you can hear it very clearly when you're just anywhere over there on the temple lot. You have no problem hearing it over there. It's crystal clear. At nighttime, there's lights inside that light up the stained glass windows, and those windows are very pretty at night. They're very vibrant. Oh, you know what? And I'm just remembering now, somebody said something like each side of the church has a different theme. I think with the stained glass windows. Let's start over here. So, I mean, there's like lots of stained glass windows, but you have this like main one on each side. And I think that's what they were referring to. That each one of these main ones is a different theme. But dang it, I don't know what the themes are. I'm sure that one of you do, because I have people watch this channel that are members of the Community of Christ, or they're from that tradition. Maybe they're part of the restoration branches. I want to say that I've noticed a few of their buildings that have this kind of like drop-off, like drive-through drop-off area. Let's see, it says welcome back. Let's take a look over here. They have a little area with little stone statues of angels. You got some plants too. Looks like those ones are probably artificial, but the one over here in the corner, it looks like those are real. Yeah, those look real in the corner. Looks like there was a window there at one time. It's like blocked off now, but it matches that one right there. And we can look up. There's a window, but that window does not have stained glass. And neither does that one over there. Mailbox. Welcome, Community of Christ Stone Church. Let's take a peek. Looks like the lights are on, and I see some tables set up. I don't know if that's like a foyer area right there. I do see like a bench or like a pew against the back of the wall. But yeah, I wonder if I'll ever be able to come visit inside here. I've been thinking about attending some of these services just to get a feel for what they're like. I actually have some friends, they're in my stake but in another ward, and they have an assignment from their ward to attend, I think 2 times a month, attend the Church of Christ temple lot, because I guess they've been trying to, you know, establish a good relationship with them and have some joint activities and stuff like that. So you have this addition over here. This part is an addition to the stone church. And what I read on the church website, or actually that my wife read to me. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, never mind. I thought that was going to say what I was about to say. You can see a thing that says, in appreciation for supporting worldwide human development in partnership with Outreach International. And then it has a logo for Outreach Partners. Let's see, chapel and Luff auditorium, restrooms to the right, and then classrooms, dining room, kitchen to the left. Okay, well, what I was going to say is, if I understood it correctly, this addition is called Partridge Hall, and it's named after Bishop Partridge. That used to live here in Independence. Over on the sidewalk on the north side of the Community of Christ Temple, it has it has a historical marker for his home site, and then there was a school too. So where the Community of Christ Temple is essentially is where his property was. I don't know if he like owned that entire site or just part of it, but yeah, this addition over here is pretty extensive. It's a pretty, I mean, yeah, it's like a separate building essentially. Oh yeah, look at this. Partridge Hall, hospitality room, floor A. Let's take a look inside. I see a sign that says, oh, hello. Sorry. Okay, well, we'll keep walking. We'll keep walking. You know, hazards of the job, of the job. Usually people are pretty cool with it though. I haven't had any bad encounters yet. But yeah, we'll keep walking. Go around this side. So they obviously have things going on in this Partridge Hall. When you come around this way, there's a sign for Stone Church Preschool. So that's interesting. While we're over here, let's go across the street, because they have this like parking lot area, and I'm just now realizing that this is probably the parking lot for the Stone Church. that makes sense. I'd seen it before, but there's like actually a lot of empty spaces, well, empty lots here in this area, and I've wondered about some of them, and I saw this parking lot and I was like, what is that for? Well, okay, yeah, it's for the stone church. And then we have this circular area here. Now I don't know about this. It seems like there should be like a statue or something right here. There's the temple. You cross the street again, and then you're at the stone church. It seems like there should be a statue. Okay, I just stopped the video for a second because there was a really noisy car. But there's some cement right here that looks like maybe like there was like a sign or something, or I don't know what. I mean, this one has some wood, but it seems to me like maybe they had like a couple signs or something over here. You'll have to let me know if you've lived here for a while and you know what it used to look like. But at this corner, you know, of this really central intersection, it's like a good spot for a statue and maybe some signs. But anyway, let's go and go across the street. There's like the main sign for the stone church. I think every Community of Christ church that I've seen has a sign like this. They're all in the same style. They'll have the name of that church at the top. So in this case, Stone Church. And I don't know, I like that, you know. In our church, it's not so much the church that has a name, but it's the individual congregations. So for example, here in the Independence Stake, you have, I think there's the 1st through 4th wards, like the Independence 1st ward, Independence 2nd ward, and so on. Gosh, I can't remember any of the other wards. There's the Raytown ward. But anyway, the name is for the congregation, not so much the building. Looks like there's another entrance. Well, it has arrows going either way. Oh, and there's a car behind me, so I guess I'll get out of the way of the car. Okay, let's continue this video. I got interrupted again. I was stopped by a couple of the maintenance guys here. They thought that I was here to bid on some maintenance work, so I guess I was a disappointment in that sense. But we had a really good conversation about the Stone Church, and I learned some new things. But I need to wrap this video up and go to Jenica. She's waiting for me in the car. There is a couple other things I wanted to look at really quick. Here's this plaque right here. It says erected 1888. One of the things that we talked about was that, and I actually already knew this because somebody gave me this publication that talks about different sites here in Independence, but before the Stone Church, the RLDS had like a red brick church that was more in the downtown area. And someday I'm probably going to go over to that location just to see where it was at. But I guess their church started returning quicker than what they anticipated, and so they needed a bigger church, and they built the Stone Church. And they have that really neat plaque right there, and it has like the little feature in the corners with these like flowers, which I think is a nice touch. But anyway, yeah, this was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll come back here again as I find out more information, but I'll talk to you guys next time.